guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss most important coding question for Wipro and LTH. So guys, I was getting lots of requests from the student side about making a video on coding questions that are asked in Wipro. So that's why I have made this video, and also this is my new YouTube channel. I have just started this one, so please give your support and love to this channel so that I can give you useful material day by day. Okay, so make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the like button if you like the video. Thank you so much. Okay, so the given question is, you are given a function reverse array and it is taking two arguments, array and the length of array. Fine. The function takes an integer array and its length as input. Implement the function to return the array such that the array is reversed, that is, the first element of the array occupies the last position, second element occupies the second last position, and so on. So first of all, let me discuss the approach with you. So what this question is actually trying to say, an array is given to you like this: 20, 15, 10, 5. So what basically we have to do in this array, we have to reverse this array. How? In such a manner that the first element is going to be the last element and last element is going to be the first element. So this is 5, this is 2, and 4 will be shifted. Second element will be the second last element and second last element will be the second element, right? Then we will swap these as well, 15, 6, we will swap these as well, 28. So this is what our expected output is, and this is we have to implement by using this function reverse array, right? So basically we have to do the code in such a way that we can get this particular array as the output, right? So what is the approach? We can use a kind of I should say pointer technique, right? What we can do, suppose we have an array like this: 6, 8, 10, 19, 20, 5, right? And we want to reverse them. So what we can do, take a element, okay, and initialize it with 0, and take another element, we can say j, and what you have to do, put the what value you have to initialize this element with. So you can do length of this particular array -1. Okay, now what we can do, we can simply run a loop, and in this loop we will do the swapping thing. Okay, right now I just showed you, swap this particular I. Okay, right now you can see I is holding 0. So you can do swap the element that is stored at AR of I, that is AR of 0, with the element is stored at index AR of j, that is at the last, right? So swap both of them, right? We have to do the same thing for these two elements as well. We have to do the same thing for them as well, right? So what we can do, you can see a process is there which we have to repeat again and again, right? So for this we can simply use loops. Yeah, and you can see this value of I will be incremented step by step, right? First it will be on 5, then it will jump to 6, then it will jump to 8, then 10, like this. And you can see here what will happen, j value decremented. Okay, first it will be there at the last index, then it will jump to at this index, that is 1 is subtracted. Okay, so I value should be increasing and j value should be decreasing. So we have to do this, and up to how much time this loop will run? This loop will run up to the time the value of I is less than j, right? So up to this much time we can run our loop, and yeah, so this is the approach that we can use to solve this particular problem. Now we'll show you how to do the things. For example, see, when we will do, what we will do, we will take a while loop and we will put the condition while I less than j. What we can do, just simply swap the value at I to the value stored at j, like this. Okay, and this is just a kind of pseudo code, you can see, right? This is not going to be the actual implementation. And then what we can do, just increment the value of I by 1 and decrement the value of j by 1. Okay, so if this particular thing will be executed, then 5 will be the last element, 20 will be the first element, 19 will be this, 6 will be here, 8 will be here, 10 will be here, right? So up to this time, this will, so you can see I value has been become 0. First it was 0, then it become 1, then 2. Here what will happen, j value was 1 2 3 4 5 6, that is, yeah, 5 elements are there, no? 0 1 2 3 4 5, because indexing always start from 5. So j value is going to be 5, then 4, then 3. So up to this time you can see that I is less than j, right? So the condition is satisfied and the swapping will be done. Now what will be happen next? Next what is going to happen, I is going to be 3, right? I is going to be 3 and j is going to be 2. So at this instance what will happen, condition will not be satisfied. Okay, condition will be dissatisfied and then we will come out of the loop. So this time we are having 1 2 3 4 5 6 element, that is even elements. What if we have odd elements like this, right? So in that case, okay, sorry, what will happen, see, 5 will again come here and here 6 will come, 19 will be there, 8 and 11 will be traversed, right? 11 will be here, 8 will be here and 10 will be here, right? So the if in the case of odd element, all elements will be shifted besides this middle element, we can say beside the middle element. So here also I value is going to be 0, then 1, then 2, and here elements are like j value is going to be 6. So 6 5 4, and then we will come to here as well, like, so this is going to be 0 1 2 and 6 5 4. Then what will happen, I value is going to be 3 and j value is going to be 3. So here also condition is not satisfied. So what will happen, we will come out of the loop, right? And this is how it will work. I'm sure that you are properly clear with the approach. Now let me implement the same using Python. So let's see how the implementation will work. Let's do it. Suppose, yes, here what we are doing, yes, what we are doing, we are calling a function reverse array, and in this one we are passing a list and length of list. So let us declare the list as well. Let me copy the same elements, right, to reduce my efforts. That's it. Control C and yeah, so Control B. Yeah, so as this is a list, so let me put the comma etc thing here also. Yeah, so this is our list. Now what we have to do, we have to define the function reverse array like this, and here it will be storing this array and n is holding the length of array, right? Now what you can do, take a variable I, initialize it with 0, take another variable j, initialize it with n minus 1, and then what we will do, we will run a loop up to the time I value is less than j. And what we will do here, we will simply swap the elements, I elements with j and j elements with I. Simply this is what we are going to do, right? And then what we can do, just simply increment the value of I by 1 and decrement the value of j by 1, right? And now we have to return this particular array, and where this array is going to be stored, in our element A. You can see this particular function that we are calling is assigned to A, right? So obviously A is going to hold the sorted list. Now let us run it and let us see if it's working fine or not. Yeah, okay. So you can see we are getting the expected output. 5, let me show you the element. See, 5 is swapped with 2, 4 is swapped with 10, and 6 is swapped with 15, and similarly in the case of this 8 and 20 as well. Let me take odd array also, or simply odd list also, and then we will see what is happening. See, here also we are getting the same thing, right? 5 and 2 are swapped, 10 and 4 are swapped, and 6 and 15 are swapped, 8 and 10 are swapped, and 20, which is the middle element, it is at its own place, right? So I think that you are clear with the approach. So make sure to share the video with your friends who are preparing for upcoming Wipro and LTH exam, and share this channel as much as possible, because if I am putting the efforts, so make sure to support me in this journey where I am trying to help you out, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video.